So this is it, I say goodbye to this chapter of my ever-changing life. And there's mistakes, the path is long, and I'm sure I'll answer for them when I'm gone. So when the day comes in and the sun won't touch my face, tell the ones who cared enough that I finally left this place. I seen something today that kind of bothered me, to where a young girl that I've known since she was a little baby, she posted something on Facebook and it kind of bothered me. It was a thing saying, basically, let's thank our kids for laying down their lives so that we can keep our guns. Kind of bothered me because people are using children for political bullshit, and it shouldn't be like that. There shouldn't be no pictures of children in cages. There shouldn't be no pictures of kids being killed so that the NRA can keep their guns. That's absurd. Both of them are absurd. If you're in a car and your child's in the car with you and you get stopped and you have a warrant for your arrest because you beat up your wife, just for say, you're going to jail. Now your child is going to jail too, but she's going to be separated and she's going to be held by DCFS. I mean, it's just the way that goes. Just like if you come across the border illegally and you have a child with you, you're going to go and get put in a jail, and your child's going to get separated from you. I mean, it's always been that way. I mean, the laws were made. It's not a Trump law. It's just the way the law is. I mean, and if you don't like that law, I understand that, and I don't have a problem whether you like it or you don't like it, because you are entitled to your opinion. And if you don't like something, you do have the power to change it. You vote in a Republican or a Democrat or someone who believes in your beliefs, and then you change the law. Simple as that. As simple as that. But people that are using children just to try to get a political point across or to hurt somebody is absolutely stupid. It would be just like me using a child for that kind of propaganda, and it's not right. You shouldn't do that. I mean, this world's so screwed up because of the fact, and this is my belief, when they took God out of the schools because it was hurting a Muslim's feelings or hurting somebody's feelings from Iguana or wherever they're from, different places that have different beliefs, even China. If you're from there and you don't believe in our God, that I'm not allowed to talk about my God, and that's horse crap. The reason why, this country was founded in the belief of God. Doesn't necessarily mean my God is the only God there is, or my God is different than the Arabian God. He's still God. So whatever your beliefs are, if you have a God or I have a God, we all believe in a God, that somebody is our creator, and that's fine. But people that are throwing this stuff in our face, and when they took the praying away, because I remember when I was young in school, we used to always, I think, before recess maybe, I'm not sure, because that was back when Jesus was about 6 years old. I remember that barely. But I know that we did pray every day in school, and it gave us a Christian value, not Catholic, Christian, to where we kind of had a belief that if we did something wrong, that we had to answer to somebody. And I did believe that almost all of my life, and still probably I do, even though sometimes I'm a little bitter because of my son. But other than that, but you took that away. They took that out of schools. They took that away from us. Even the Pledge of Allegiance, which we used to say every day. Stuff like that, it changes the way everybody feels about everything. And a good example is that if you have a child and your child will spit at you, call you a bitch, motherfucker, or whatever the scenario is, don't you think that there's something wrong with that? Think about that. When I was a kid if I'd have told my dad, as nice as my dad was, and he really was a nice man, as nice as my dad was, if I'd have told him fuck you to his face, he'd have punched me right between the eyes. And I had it coming. And I was raised, and I taught my kids at a young age, if you ever hit your mother or you hit me, the man who kills you is not your father. Those were my words to my children. And to this day, they might not like or do what I say, but they listen. And that's their prerogative. I'm their father, but they're grown up now. They make their own decisions. I don't try to make their decisions for them. And I don't try to make anybody's decisions for them. I just know what my beliefs are. But I was grown up with the very first things that my father taught me is when you see somebody, and this is his words, if the person is older than you and you greet them or you answer them, you say, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. End of story. And I was taught that way. And whenever I didn't do that, I got reprimanded. I didn't get hit. I got reprimanded. And I've seen a lot of bedtime, especially with not eating green vegetables, but we're not going to go there. But so the bottom line is, don't use children pictures to try and get your point across. It's not right to do that. Because if you do that, then everybody does that. Then one day, anything that goes wrong, anything you do wrong, I'm going to take a picture of my kid and say, you know what? My son Kevin died because you're an asshole. Or my son Kevin died because you didn't believe in God. Or my son died because of you nurses and doctors didn't take care of him properly. I can do that. But you know what? It is not the truth. And you should never do that. You want the gun laws, and about the gun laws, I got to say this. If I put my gun on this table and I stare at my gun long enough, it's not going to shoot me. Even if I call it a motherfucker, or I slap it, or I throw it onto the floor, or I do anything to it I want, or look at it and I spit at it, or I pee on it, or whatever, my gun's not going to shoot me. And I'm not going to shoot my gun. Don't make no sense to do that. But where the problem lies is that I have been taught the rules of the gun. I respect the gun. I know how to use the gun. I know how to fire the gun. I know all those things. But gun owners, they don't normally do stuff like that. Some do. But you know what? They do it because there's a problem. And it's not a society problem. It's a problem here. No matter how you look at that, it is not because he wasn't trained or he's uneducated. There's a problem here. Think about that. If I handed you a gun, could you shoot me with that? Could you shoot my son? My daughter? Could I shoot your children? No. I would rather die than kill your child. But these other people who have done this stuff, they don't think like that. And I don't care how strong the gun laws are in Illinois, because I'm going to tell you something right now. Illinois is one of the strictest states there is on gun control. Trust me. I went to the store with my brother one time, and he seen a pistol that he wanted to buy. So it was like $250 for the pistol. So he told the guy, he said, yeah, I want to buy that pistol. So they showed us the pistol. It was really nice, real nice little 380 or whatever it was. And so my brother, when he pulled out the money to pay for it, and he's got a firearm card, so I mean he was able to do that, he pulled out, he didn't have enough money. So I says, don't worry about it, bro. I'll pay for it, and then you pay me back. As soon as the guy behind the counter heard that, you know what he said? He says, now, because you said that, you can buy no guns in here. You can't buy no ammunition in here. Both of you guys can't do anything in here at all. I says, why? I thought he's my brother. He goes, because you're theoretically buying a weapon for somebody else to use. And he basically told us, you might as well leave because you can't buy anything here today. You can only buy 2 pistols in a week's time, and they do a background check on every time you buy a pistol to make sure that you're not an idiot or something here, as long as it's been reported. But please, stop with the children thing. It's terrible to do that. And like I said, one day it's going to come back to bite you in your ass. Peace. All the stories it will tell I can't erase. one more song, something to